everybody, welcome to another Realms of Conflict pre-release or release day battle report. This is coming to you at midnight on Saturday, the day of the Age of Sigmar box set release. And I am again off-site. The reason I'm off-site will become apparent in a minute, but I'm at Lords of War, Games and Hobbies, my boy Chris.
How you doing, guys?
And we have pulled a bunch of late nights to bring you... so tired. We're a little punchy. To bring you what we think is going to be a nice, clear example of Age of Sigmar as it's played with the new armies and the new models. So why are we doing this? Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about that because you've seen my previous video. If you go up in the playlist, you can see it. It's video number 1 in Realms of Conflict, where we played the new edition of the game with our old armies. So you saw me and Owen take the War Scrolls, take the 4 pages of rules, and try and interpret how to play the game. And what we effectively did was put down our 8th edition Warhammer armies and try and play a game. It obviously had lots of mixed reactions from all kinds of people. I'm still trying to wrap my head around Age of Sigmar. I don't think I've actually seen the game yet. And so our experiment today, our intent behind doing it this way, is we're going to play the second to last mission from the Age of Sigmar book, because it gives you some force composition and allows you to play with all the win conditions and stuff in the 4 pages of rules, but with battalion war scrolls and actual war scrolls. We're using nothing but the new models from the box set, and I think that's important too, because these guys are fit for purpose. They're designed with this edition in mind. They haven't just been given scrolls from a previous game and sort of and shoehorned into the game. And we are going to play it on a table that we think is designed and set up the way that the designers intended for it to be designed and set up to be played. So the whole idea here is that we want you guys to experience Age of Sigmar the day it comes out, the way that we can best replicate the designed intent. And part of that is that we now know, it's today, and it's actually, you'll see it in White Dwarf, there's a 296-page rulebook available next weekend that's going to add even more to the game. And so
it looks like there's going to be some scenarios, yep, and some units in there and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, we've seen some spoilers. Some people have their hands on the White Dwarf now, and we know that part of that, there's structure we don't know yet for this game, that this box set is kind of a teaser of the game. Mm-hmm. And so our sort of goal here is to bring you, as best we can, a look at what the actual Age of Sigmar game is, using the models intended for this edition of the game. So we've painted up some pretty armies.
Well, yours are pretty.
I think I drew the long straw. He drew the short straw.
I got the short straw. I had to do the chaos.
He did what was it, 30 models, and I did 17.
In about 48 hours.
So, but that being said, they do look good. They're definitely more than tabletop ready, and we wanted you guys to see an actual game with painted miniatures on a nice table. Now, obviously, the things that we don't have are things like the realm gates and stuff yet. You'll see those referred to in the next White Dwarf. I think they're $50 each. You'll see them in some Games Workshop stores too. Gorgeous, yeah. Super cool. And from what we've seen in the new White Dwarf, that's what the game is all about, is attacking and defending realm gates. Basically, this war that's happening in the different linked realms is all about the connecting points between the realms and like invading and pushing each other back and forth.
Sigmar's opened up his heaven gate.
That's right.
Surging back into the world, yeah.
And the forces of Khorne have been let slip basically to destroy it. So all but the heavenly realm has been laid waste by chaos and is currently embattled by chaos. And the Warriors of the Storm, basically the Stormcast Eternals, are taking the fight to the bad guys. I kind of like that.
It's cool. They're putting the shoe on the other foot a little bit, aren't they? Yeah.
30 years, it's always been 2 minutes to midnight, and now it's midnight. Midnight happened. The world gets destroyed, and finally the good guys get to be on the offensive. Yeah. I'm pretty stoked about that. Well, ostensibly the good guys.
It's time for some vengeance.
That's right. The Ragnarok happened, and now Odin has basically opened Valhalla, and the heroes are coming to get their own. So we're going to take a look at the box set, what we're playing with, the mission, and then we're going to get started. All right, so here's our 2 armies for the game. Now I took on the Stormcast Eternals, and I decided to make up my own Brotherhood. I thought that it would just be cooler to do my own. And I'm coming up with some backstory for them right now, but there's going to be more on that in the future. I painted them in kind of a non-standard scheme, bronze, patinaed. They look like war golems more than anything else. So I have 2 units of Liberators with Sigmarite shields and Warhammers. There's 2 of them, both of 5, led by a Liberator Prime. I have my Lord Celestant and my Lord Relictor, who are my 2 heroes. One rides a giant half-dragon, the other one's got a giant sort of like, it's almost like a shrine, and he can do healing storms and lightning storms, bring guys back to life, and then do damage and stuff too. And then I have a unit of Prosecutors, which is the guys with the wings back here. They shoot their hand, like they basically throw lightning. They don't really shoot their hammers, they throw lightning at people. They have the fantasy equivalent of jump packs and some retributors. And these guys arc lightning off their giant warhammers and are generally just the thing that hits things. So when they roll a 6 to hit instead of just doing a normal wound, they do 2 damage. They do mortal wounds instead, which are the wounds that allow no armor saves, which is pretty awesome. So if you think in 40k terms, they have the 40k equivalent of rending. And that's it. That is my, it's funny, I'm so used to saying X number of points. This is my war host. It allows me to use the battalion battle scroll, because it's exactly the battalion battle scroll for the Sigmar Stormcast Eternals that lets them do all the cool deep strikey stuff.
The Thunderstrike Brotherhood.
The Thunderstrike Brotherhood, that's right. So they can set up off table and arrive in any movement phase.
Yeah, so this is my Khorne host. I decided to go with a bit of a traditional scheme for the most part. I hadn't painted a lot of red lately, so I figured I'd stick to the main red kind of scheme for the Khorne warriors and the Khorne lord and some of the characters. But I want to do something a little different with the Blood Reavers. So I decided to keep them a little more muted.
Yeah, they look a little bit like the, what's that Dark Eldar unit? The
Racks. Yeah.
The Racks, they look a little bit like the Racks.
Yeah, so the really like pale flesh contrasting with like all the blacks, I thought would be really cool.
It looks awesome.
Obviously I got a bit of highlighting to do still on the models, but I like where it's going. So so I got the mighty Lord of Khorne, and he is just a beast of a man.
Yes, he is a beast stick.
He has a reality splitting axe, so he can actually just remove models from the game on 5 or 6 when he attacks you, which is super awesome. We got the Blood Secretor over here.
Yep.
And he's more of a buff model. So
if guys are nearby, he has the totem keyword, so I think that affects the Blood Reavers.
Yeah,
what's that do for them?
It gives them an extra attack, so you want to keep him really close by.
And alive.
Yeah, you're going to remember that in Age of Sigmar, the characters can't join units, so you have to kind of be a little more careful.
Targeting is pretty in the open too.
You got it.
You can even shoot when you're in melee.
We also have the Bloodstoker back here, the guy with the giant whip. And his job is to obviously whip models into shape, so he actually can give them rerolls of 1s to wound and extra 3-inch stun charges.
Nice. So you can reroll 1s to hit with these guys, and then 1s to
with
wound
the extra attack.
With the extra attack.
And then also reroll 1s to wound.
It's interesting. The Khorne army has a lot of these key piece synergy models, which if you're used to playing games like, I don't know, War Machine or Malifaux or whatever, you start looking at them and going, oh, these are the guys I need to target early on, and it becomes this game of like keeping them alive versus killing them quick.
Yeah, the basic rule mechanics are really simple, and then there's a lot of stacking and keeping in mind your abilities and stuff. So a lot of the depth is in the actual units, which is cool. We got the big Korgrath guy over here, the big monster mash guy.
The skull monster that eats skulls.
He's a beat stick.
And is made out of skulls.
He's got lots of attacks. He can make other units lose bravery points, and he can heal wounds as well when he does damage. So
nice.
Pretty awesome.
He eats people.
He eats people with his.
And then these guys right here.
And we got the Blood Warriors. They're just basically Chaos Warriors. The cool thing about them is when they die, they actually get to pile on an attack again. So if you charge with them, you get to attack. And then die and then attack again. And every time they make an armor save, they can roll 6 and do more damage. So they're just piling damage on top of damage on top of damage.
They have the same Iron Fist rule the Ogres have. You have to make a 6 when they roll a save to do a mortal wound. It's pretty awesome.
And then last but not least, the Blood Reavers. So these guys are, when you look at them at first, you're like, okay, there's not a lot going on here. But like Ash was saying, the stacking. So they reroll 1s to hit. They get the extra attack from this guy over here. And they can get extra abilities from some of the other characters and become quite mean, actually.
And one of the things we've seen so far is these are the Blood Reavers as they come in the starter set. They have 2 hand weapons. We've actually seen the rules now for Liberators, like that there's actually support weapons. So you can take double-handed weapons and mix them into the unit. And there's a lot of different weapon options for these guys. So I wouldn't be surprised if they get a box if you couldn't give them like sword and board or great weapons.
Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a lot more interesting things to come for sure with regards to weapon choices.
And what about your command models? You've got a banner, a horn, and a champion. Like the champion's got extra attack. What do the other guys do?
The Hornblower adds 1 to charge rolls.
Cool.
And the banner adds 1 to bravery, which is, I wouldn't say standard, but pretty.
That's cool. Well, because there's no command actually in the Stormcast army at all. It's interesting to see what command's going to potentially do in the future, because that seems like it's probably a pretty standard thing if you got a champion and standard bearer.
And it's cool to see that abilities aren't just generic, and they're going to be different for different units. Like even a shield can be different across different units, which is awesome.
So for instance, on my shields, my Sigmarite shields, I reroll 1s when I make saves. So any saves I make, I can reroll a 1 to. the Chaos Rune Shields, for instance, on Chaos Warriors, just give them a 5+ ward against mortal wounds.
Yeah, so you just always have like a almost like
it's almost like an invulnerable save in 40k.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to make it on top of your regular save, but you get to make it if you suffer a mortal wound. So for instance, if these guys made a parry and caused a mortal wound, those guys that have that save can then make a 5/6. So there's the two forces as they come in the box. One thing we've noticed is there's roughly the same wound count in these two armies. This army here has in the 56 wounds. These guys have, I think, 47 or 48. So take that for what you will. I mean, we don't know enough about the game yet. We haven't seen the new big book that's coming out next week. But I think that's interesting that there's roughly the same number of wounds. One of the things that we've noticed, and you can see this when you go to see our review video, which I'll talk about at the end, is that the victory condition primarily is about killing all the wounds off you have on the table. So it seems like that might be a balancing factor, and we'll talk about that in a bit. So there, those are the two armies we're going to be using. Let's take a look at the mission. So the mission we're playing is Reign of Death, and this is the second last mission in the Age of Sigmar Star Set rulebook. Now the armies are exactly the armies that they come in the box. So I get a Thunderstrike Brotherhood, which is all of the models. So Lord Relictor on a Dracoth, Lord Celestant on a Dracoth, Lord Relictor. 1 unit of 3 Retributors, including a Prime. 1 unit of 3 Prosecutors, including a Prime, and then 2 units of Liberators with a Liberator Prime. So my heroes and my unit champions and stuff. And then a Goreblade Warband, which is your formation, with a Mighty Lord of Khorne, a Blood Secretor, which I still think sounds like the title of a Deathclock song, a Bloodstoker, a Korgath, a unit of 5 Blood Warriors with a champion, and a unit of 20 Blood Reavers with a Chieftain, Icon Bearer, and a Hornblower. Now, the battlefield is going to be 6x4, so we've set up a battlefield here, 6x4. We're going to actually set up the terrain because there's a terrain diagram for us with ruins, and then some trees. So we're going to set up exactly as it is here. Basically, each 2x2 has a set of stuff on it. And then the setup restrictions, everything is just right out of the main rulebook. So we'll be using this, which is the 4 pages of rules that you guys have all seen, which are on the website and which are exactly as printed. It's just a nice hard copy that comes in the box. So Glorious Victory is exactly the rules. The first guy to run out of victory points will be the winner. And there is a sudden death option. By using all the models, the Sigmarites actually have 1/3 less. I think it's by design, so sudden death will be on the table. So we're gonna set the table, and then we're gonna start deploying models. So here's our table set up for Reign of Death. Now the Chaos Lord has basically broken through into one of the mortal realms. He's rampaging around, and it's time for him to get Sigmar's Wrath. So now deployment is as standard in the Age of Sigmar rulebook. We're gonna both roll off, and the guy that rolls higher will start deploying a unit in his friendly zone. I get a 1, you get a 4. What that means is you're gonna pick where enemy and friendly territory is. You can also pick the shape of friendly and enemy territory. So what would you like to do?
I think I'll make this quarter friendly territory.
Okay, so this quarter will be friendly then. That means I'll have to deploy a unit within my friendly territory, which is on this side, not within 12 of his territory. So basically, there's a point here on the board. I can't come within 12 of it. Now, I don't have to do that though, because I have a Brotherhood, which means I'm just gonna say the Lord Relictor is deployed off the table. And during any movement phase, he can arrive anywhere on the table, not within 9 of the enemy. So now it's over to you. Actually, sorry, you should have placed a unit first. Then I would have said that.
Okay.
So Chris deploying his Blood Reavers front and center into his friendly territory.
Nice thing about the way the new game works is you don't have to worry about putting your champions out front because you get to assign wounds to your own.
That's right. So. Anywhere you want, so they're always going to die last. So now the Lord Celestant says, I'm hanging out in the sky, and it's back over to you. So before we get too much further in deploying, we actually roll for the scenery to see what it does. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of scenery on the table, and we're going to roll a d6 for each one. So we're going to start with this little bit of rune right here. It is Sinister. Any of your units within 3 of this terrain feature cause fear until your next hero phase. Subtract 1 from the bravery of enemy units within 3. So this makes you scary. This one over here, it is a 4, which is deadly. Roll a dice for any model that makes a runner charge move across it. If you roll a 1, it's slain. So that basically is dangerous terrain. Woods is a 6. It is also Sinister, meaning models within 3 of it cause fear, which is pretty awesome. We have this ruin. It's a 1, which is damned. If any units within 3 of it, you can declare that you're making a sacrifice. It takes D3 mortal wounds, but you can add 1 to all of its hit rolls for the turn. Ooh. That's pretty amazing for you. Yeah. Last ruin over here, it's going to be a 3, which is Inspiring. Add 1 to the bravery of all units within 3 of this terrain feature. So I guess this was the Brotherhood Cathedral. This is where bad things happened. These 2 places are scary. And this one over here is just full of unexploded grenades. So the Blood Warriors?
Yep, I'm gonna just put them a little closer to the middle, but basically over here. They might like this.
They might like that a lot, not quite within 12 in the middle. So the Lord Relictor, he's hanging out in the sky. I feel like I'm playing Deathwing here. This is very reminiscent of playing Space Marines. Wonder why.
Yeah. I'm deploying against a ghost army.
That's exactly it. Well, this makes sense. You're rampaging across the countryside, you know.
You're gonna deploy
riding off on all the sheep.
Captain Banner, who's gonna give some...
The blood, was he the blood totem? What's his name again? Not the Stoker, he's the other one. Blood Secretor, we're gonna get it eventually. This unit of Liberators is now hanging in the sky in their Thunder Drop pod. The Khorne is right here, and that means my other unit of Liberators is gonna hang out in the sky. My Lord of Khorne's going down.
Chaos Lord.
And then I will put my unit of, Prosecutors in the sky, and the Bloodsuckers down.
Yeah.
And my last unit will also be in the sky. So with 1/3 less models on the table, it's time for me to choose if I want to use a sudden death option. Now, obviously I'm going to. He has 4 different heroes and monsters, so Assassination isn't the greatest of options. He has 2 units for Endure. One's fairly squishy, the other one, but huge, and the other one's fairly big, dangerous, but small. I'm not sure if I like that one either. Now, the other options are that I could go for Seize Ground, which means that I could pick a terrain feature in your enemy deployment. So I'd have to either be the one that makes me cause fear, which is the woods, or the one that we can sacrifice people to make ourselves more dangerous to. I don't like the sound of that either, because you outman me like crazy, and even though I'm deep striking, it just sounds like a terrible idea. And the other one is Endure. Pick a unit, and it has to live till the end of turn 4. So, I think I'm gonna go with Blunt. You have 4 different heroes. You'll obviously choose your Mighty Lord of Khorne if I do Assassinate, which is just bad. So I think I'm gonna choose Blunt. And that's, the enemy picks a unit with 5 or more models in their army, and I have to slay the unit that they pick. So if I kill one of your 2 units, whichever one you pick, I will win the game automatically. So before we do sudden death, we should actually nominate generals. My general will be my Lord Celestant.
I'll use the Mighty Lord of Khorne.
Mighty Lord of Khorne, makes sense. So which of your units would you like to have be the Blunt target?
I'm gonna go with the 20 Blood Reavers just because I think it's a bigger unit, and yeah.
Cool. So you actually finished setting up first, which means you get to choose who goes first. So who would you like to have win initiative?
I'll let the eye in the sky go first.
Okay, so I have to choose, do I want to appear this turn? I think I'm going to. Thundering from the sky in my movement phase, we've got my unit of Liberators, my Retributors, my Lord Celestant, my Lord Relictor, all deep striking over here. They have to be at least 9 inches away from the enemy. I've opted to be far, far away. And then doing a hard refused flank on this side, I have a unit of Liberators holding a line in front of my Prosecutors with their, it's 18-inch range throwing hammers. So having skipped my hero phase, that means my Lord Celestant doesn't get to use his Commanding Presence ability this turn, which is pretty amazing. Basically, units within 24 of him don't make Battle Shock tests if they have the Stormcast Eternal keyword, which makes my army effectively fearless. So now we're going over to the shooting phase, and my Prosecutors are going to whip some hammers into these guys over here, the Blood Warriors.
Yep.
Now they have 2 attacks each, and they have Celestial Hammers. It's a rule, basically. They're throwing lightning hammers at you. They reroll 1s to hit. Now they hit on 4s and wound on 4s. They're missile attacks. Reroll my 1s. Kind of worth it. And then 4s to wound. Now there's 2 wounds each on these warriors, and there's 2 damage. So you have to make 2 saves.
Is there any rend value to that?
No rend value, just 1 damage each.
Okay, so 4 up save.
Hammers in the face. Take a wound. So I've purposefully left myself far away from charge range. So in the charge phase, nothing's going to be happening. Nobody's going to be charging. And we're going to go over to the combat phase. Again, no one's within 3 inches, and no one took Battle Shock. So it's over to you. Hero phase.
So my Mighty Lord of Khorne has a command ability which he'll use. He can pick 3 Khorne or mortal units and give them an ability to add an extra die to their charge and drop the lowest. So it's basically like Swift Stride.
Cool.
So he's going to choose the Blood Warriors.
Yep, try and get over there into the Liberators.
The Khorne.
Khorne, awesome.
And I might as well throw it on these guys as well, the Blood Reavers.
We're just going to mark that with these charge arrows here to remember who's got 3d6. Other hero phase abilities?
I got Bloodstoker.
Yep.
He can pick a Khorne unit and add 3 to their runs and charges.
Nice.
And reroll 1s to wound, so I'm going to throw that on the Blood Warriors.
Makes sense.
Okay. Doing some movement. Just going to shift these guys.
They have movement of 4 or 5.
5 on these dudes.
One of them's carrying a wound.
Yep. Get this guy here and just keep that there. Okay, we're gonna move the Bloodstoker. He's gonna move to here.
6.
Yep. Then we're gonna move the big old Khorne.
He goes 6
He's got
as well.
6 as well. Gonna move my Blood Reavers. A little forward. We don't want to get too crazy here because this is the unit that he has to kill.
That's right.
So let's not.
They're probably your best offensive unit, plus they're your
tankies.
Your tank,
just from sheer wounds.
Just from sheer wound total, yeah. Because they have 20 wounds compared to 10 on this unit. And I think even this guy's only got, what, 9 or 10? Maybe 12? No, he's got 8.
He's got 8, yeah. So he's not the thickest monster in the game, but he's got a lot of offense.
So there's the wall of meat at the end of their turn.
We're gonna move up the heroes to support.
My Lord Khorne.
And I think we're going to commit him
Up the middle. Do it.
keep him central.
Okay. Hedge his bets. Got any guns?
We do have guns, but they are not going to work this turn.
Okay. What about running?
Running. I think we'll run. We're going to run with the Blood Reavers. 4. Just roll for him as well, the Khorne Lord.
Yeah, you're supposed to do it as you move them in the movement phase and add it to your movement.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
So,
true. So I did
that's
roll
okay.
that a turn.
Slightly out of
First
activation,
aid.
so you add it to your total movement, so you just move 4 more. You don't have to move it, it's just an option.
We're just going to spread
But now
it
you
a
can't
bit more.
charge.
Yeah.
Going for the Bloodstoker, he gets a 2,
2.
so he's going to run as well.
He's
Just
gonna
get
move
movement.
here.
So basically skipping the shooting phase because
Yeah, the only one who really can
has a-
shoot is he's got a 6-inch attack, but we're a little far away for that. So we're going to attempt to charge here.
Okay, so what's your range right now?
So right now we're looking at a 10.
Okay, but you get +3.
Plus 3,
7.
yep, and
3 dice picked up.
3 dice picked up the 2 highest, yep.
Okay, so let's see what you get. Cranks it, and they
Alrighty.
go. That gives him a 14-inch charge.
So there's plenty of space.
So there's the charge, Liberators into the Blood Warriors. Active turn, you can pick who assaults and fights first within 3.
Okay, I got only the 1 unit, so I'll pick them.
Okay, are they going to pile in at all?
Well, they will not because they have 2 inches of their axes. Oh, sorry, 1 inch of their axes. So
But they can still move if you want.
yeah, they're okay.
So with +1 attack from the Bloodsecrator, and then
And
he
you're gonna get reroll
rerolls
ones to wound
ones
because
from the
of
Bloodstoker.
this.
That's right. He's going to have a grand total of 15 attacks, rerolling 1s to wound, not to hit. And they hit on
3 plus 4 plus is
you
the
go.
rolls I need. Okay.
so melee, 3s to hit. Dangerous. 1s and 2s go away.
Yep.
And then 4s to wound.
4,
reroll
5s, and 6s,
1s.
rerolling 1s. Yep. Oof.
1-1. 1 wound.
A lot of 4s. That's not
2
good.
wounds.
Jeez.
Uh-oh. I'm making both. With me being the only other guys in melee, I get to check range now. And actually, this prosecutor is in range, so this unit is technically locked, and they will make a move. And they get to move 3.
What's going on there?
I'm assaulting you with these
Oh.
guys, because they get to move 3, because one of them was in range. Actually, this guy's in range 2 of your axe. So they get to move into melee.
Oh, they have a 4-inch melee reach, eh?
No, just 3. That was 3.
Oh.
Like way back there from my axe to your hammer. Your axe. So the prosecutors have 2 attacks each, which give them 6. They hit on 3s and wound on 3s, but they reroll 1s because of their celestial hammers. Reroll
They
that
hit on
1.
4s and 4s.
Just looking at the range stuff. So 4 hits and then 3s to wound, and that's 3 wounds.
Okay. No rend?
No rend, just damage 1.
Okay. 4s.
1 and no parry craziness to
That's
murder
right.
me.
So there's a guy. So what's going to happen here is every time I make a save, I get to roll a die on a 6. I cause a mortal wound to you,
No, it's when you make your save.
which I
It
made.
does actually. It's not the same as the Iron Fist.
Yeah, no, it would be a lot easier
Iron
just to
Fist
say
is like
6 is
that.
made to this, but
Bounce back. Nope.
and then I get to pile on and make an attack with him because he died.
Okay, so he gets
So
to
he gets
go.
3 attacks again, and he hits on 3s.
Sure does.
And wounds on 4s. Hopefully, he can do better than last time.
Reroll the 1.
Oh. No.
No. And he'll come off, and his extra wound will float to the guy.
Because
you did
one.
2.
Just one.
Oh, you made 2 saves. That's right. Sorry. Yeah. Last but not least, I'll nominate my Liberators. This guy's going to pile in, and they get to attack. So these 5 guys will have 10 attacks. They have 2 each, plus the Liberator Prime gets a bonus attack for 11. They hit on 4s, wound on 3s. So that's 6, 10, 11. Hitting on 4s, take away the 1s, 2s, and 3s. And then wounding on 3s to damage you. So that's going to be a grand total of 4 wounds, 4 plus saves.
Yep.
Chaos Armor.
Ooh.
So you make 1 though, so see if it bounces back.
Yep. 6. It does not.
So it's 3 wounds total.
Yeah, so I'm
That's
going to put one of these there. So a guy does bite the dust, so he's
he
going to
gets
make his
to attack
attacks
again.
first.
You got it.
3s.
There's 2.
And 4s with real ones.
That's right. Reroll. Makes it.
Go.
Okay, so I get a 4+ armor save. And I reroll 1s because of my Sigmar shields.
Yep.
Make it. Remove that dead guy. Battle shock phase. D6 + 2 against a bravery of 6. Nobody flees. They're all
Okay,
good.
so they're good.
Now here's the interesting thing. At this point, we may just see Chris go again because we're going to roll for initiative and see who's moving first. So dice off.
5.
5 to 3, so you get to go again. So movement phase, 2 turns in a row. So this is the interesting thing about this game is you can set up risky gambles like this and actually have them pay off.
Khorne Lord's gonna, in his hero phase, he's gonna pick 3 units to get the extra die on the charging. Yep.
Yeah.
He's gonna pick Mr. Korgoroth.
What's the range for that?
24 inches.
Oh, nice. So you could even still do them if they were needing.
If they were needing
They're already
yeah. I'm gonna pick my hero over here. And
Bloodstoker?
Yep.
And you can also sacrifice or do mortal wounds, remember, too, with this rune? The Blood Secretor is going to go?
Blood Secretor, why not? Yeah. And the Khorne Lord gets it for free anyways.
Nice.
The other hero phase ability, he can give an extra 3-inch charge. And he can give reroll 1s to wound.
So you're probably not
12-inch
going to do
range,
that
so he's
one.
going to be out in there.
Yeah, but
So
you
I'm
can
gonna
give
have
it to the
pick another unit over here. So I'll give it to the Blood Secretor.
Blood Secretor?
Yep.
Awesome.
Remove some models.
Khorneroth's going to go
raw.
6. He's got tentacle guns.
We're going to casually move our unit that has to survive
Slightly to the
into
side.
a support position here.
So there they are at the end of that move, just moving laterally. What about the Lord?
Khorne Lord's going to be a Khorne Lord and move forward.
Charge towards the enemy, screaming with enemies.
Yeah.
And the Bloodstoker.
Blood Secretor.
Blood Secretor, sorry,
He's
move
going
6.
to just keep himself a little more central. Move into the ruins here.
Stoker's going to move 6. Try to shoot a gun.
Out of range.
Out of range for this bone tentacles.
Yeah.
Weirdest thing ever. So we've got no shooting, so charges.
Charges. We're going to charge over here.
Okay, 3d6.
Yeah.
And he's not getting the +3. Who's got the +3? It's the Blood Secretor?
You give it to him, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you
Charge
get
in,
a 8.
8.
Let's check it. Super close, but doesn't quite get it. Bloodstoker going in. What's he need for range? Doesn't matter. Roll a 10. Lots of range. Just has to go into an enemy model if he can, and he makes it for sure. Unit that you'd like to fight first.
Yeah, so I'm going to nominate my Blood Warriors here.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And they've got their bonus attack again.
Yep. So there's going to be 9 attacks. Hopefully they can do better than last turn.
3s.
Yes, sir.
Not too shabby. There's 6. And then this is on 4s. We're rolling 1s. That's going to be useful. There's 2 1s. So 3 wounds.
4 wounds.
4 wounds. So 4 saves. 4+. Sigmarite shields let me reroll 1s. So 1's going to go on this jobber right here. So I'm going to nominate my prosecutors, all within 3 still, and they're going to make a move. So the guys not in range are going to pile in. I'll pile in this fella, like so. 3 inches. They have flight, so they can ignore models. I'll pile in 3 inches with this fella over to here. I'll just jump over and pile in over here. So these 2 are going to fight your Bloodstoker. They have 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. And then wounding on 3s. 3 wounds, 3 saves.
Who's this against?
Your Bloodstoker.
Okay. He's got a 4 save.
1.
Takes 1 wound.
You have 4 wounds left. And then this one's going to attack your unit. He's got 2 attacks, hitting on 3s. Double hits, wounding on 3s. And 1 wound.
1 wound. Yep, 4 up.
Nope,
Fails.
take a wound.
Yeah. I can assign it under 1, I guess.
Whenever you want, that's right, there's 3 guys left. That's going to
He
finish him off,
dies,
and he makes his
and he's
attacks.
going to make his attacks.
3s.
Rerolling 1s
wounds.
to wound. Yeah.
And then 3s.
4s, 1 wound.
Make his 6 to see if you parry my. Oh no, you didn't.
I gotta make a
You
save,
didn't
yeah.
Make a save too. That's right. Did you make
Save,
one?
1 save, 4 on a 4. Okay. Yep. I didn't make any.
Nope. So I take a wound on my prosecutor. That's right. He's actually hitting my Liberators, not my prosecutors, because it's on anybody. Bloodstoker in range.
I'm nominating Mighty Bloodstoker. So he has a Torture Blade and a Blood Whip. So Torture Blade is 3s and 3s. And I'm going to start attack the Angelly guys.
The prosecutors.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And 3s again.
2 wounds. So
Yep.
2 4+ saves on the prosecutors. They make 1. 1 guy's wounded. Tim.
Blood Whip, which is 3 attacks, 3s and 4s.
All right, same unit.
Yep, same unit. 3s
and 4s.
4, 5, 6.
1 wound, 4 plus.
Oh.
Nope, lose a guy. All right, so getting to do mine now. We're going to move these guys 3 inches. Remember, there is no engagement in this. So all we have to do is come within range, keep formation. So we're just gonna back up to the edge of your sword there. So we're with 1 inch of sword, and with 1 inch of my guy. These 3 are going to attack the unit of Blood Warriors. That's 7 attacks, hitting on 4s, and then wounding on 3s with their Warhammers. There's 2 saves.
Blood Warriors! Oh god.
Uh-oh, make attacks.
Yeah, so we get attack.
Has to be unit range, so it's gonna have to be Liberators.
Guys, yeah.
3s, all hit. Yeah. And then forced wounds. He's mad, 4 plus. Makes it in the 6. And this fella fighting your Bloodstoker, he's got 2 attacks, force, and then 3s to wound. 1 wound.
4, 5, 6.
It's gonna be battle shock on these fellas. They took 2.
Yep.
So d6 plus 2, bravery of 6. 6, so just exactly right. All right, so we're going to start off in the hero phase. I'm going to use my Lord Celestants command ability, which is called Lord of the Host. All models within 24 of him with the Stormcast Eternal rule do not make a battle shock test this turn. I just realized I forgot my battle shock test for this turn. So d6 plus 1, they take a casualty. I'll take him. d6 plus 1. 6, they're fine. So the prosecutors are okay. These guys take a fleas, not wounds exactly. So that guy's going to run. Now using my Lord of the Host, units within 24 inches will not make battle shock tests. Okay, so the Liberators now in the movement phase are going to move 5. I'm just going to move up, make sure everybody's within range of a friend. These fellows are going to move 4 and run. So they get 4 plus 5 is 9 this turn, which is pretty nice. So I get to here, because there was no way they were going to charge this turn anyway, because they're not going to be in range.
It's a nice little ability. I like how you can do it in the movement phase too. Speeds
yeah, you just, exactly. It's not like you're, because in 40k we would have to say like, I'm just going to roll my runs now. It's actually in this game. Lord Relicher is going to run as well. He's going to go 9-2. And then we'll put him in behind here. And the Lord Celestant, he's going to abandon the guys on the flank, hoping that they can make their bravery tests and move forward to here. In the shooting phase, of course, these guys can't move. They're within 3 of the enemy during the movement phase. We're going to start throwing some hammers into you. So 4 hammer attacks. They hit on 4s into your Bloodstoker as they circle you. I reroll 1s. So 3 hits. They wound on 3s. 2 you miss. Sorry, it's in combat. They do 3, so those are nothing. Then the Lord Celestant is going to pick a point within 12 inches of himself and burninate. So we're going to start with the point right here, which means the big unit and your Choreograph are within 2 inches of it.
Okay.
And on a 4 plus, they take D3 mortal wounds. So the Choreograph,
yep.
Nope, and the big unit,
lightning
nope.
storm.
Shooting phase is over. We're going to charge. These Liberators are going to charge your Choreograph. They go 7 inches, which is lots. So 7 inches. I'm going to go to here, here. Make sure I'm just moving everybody in around. Yeah, he's got lots of room. To here. And they're going to pile in again in a second anyway. To here. And then his friend's going to tuck in behind. He's going to charge Lord Celestant. He gets to go 10 inches. Should be lots of room. Doesn't have to go in a straight line. So 10 inches will take him around this. And then into you. Like so. And so there he is in melee. So I'm going to pick an attack unit to go first, because obviously it's my turn. And it's going to be Lord Celestant, because he likes to make things dead. He's got 3 attacks with his Tempestus Hammer, which hit on 3s and wound on 2s, and are rend -1. So there's 2 hits. They're wounding on 2s.
Okay.
Wound twice, rend -1.
Okay.
So you get 5 plus armor.
Save goes to a 5 up.
Neither, so that's 2 D3 wounds. That's going to be 3 4 wounds. 4 left now. And my Dracoth, he's got 3 attacks hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. So 2 hits, wounding on 3s. 1.
And this is rend.
Nothing, just 1. Oh, it's rend 1. Sorry, that's damage 1.
That's not nothing.
Yeah.
4, 5, 5, 6.
Makes it. You can fight back.
This is tough because obviously you're engaged in multiple battles. You got to make some tough choices.
That's right. We've split your crew in two, which was the plan.
I think I'm going to try to pre-strike over here and remove some attacks from him to try to stay alive. Otherwise, I might get bite the dust this turn. So the Khorne, he has 3 attacks with his bone tentacles. Oh, that's a missile weapon. I can't use that.
That'd be nice.
Wouldn't it be nice? Claws and fangs. 5 attacks, 3s, rend 1, and it looks like I reroll 1s to wound.
So 6 attacks, 3s and 3s.
Because of the bonus, yep.
You got it.
And into these guys, 3s.
Nice, all of them.
Like a balls. 3s again.
5.
5.
I'm going to
-1.
run to 1, so I have 5 plus armor here. Rerolling 1 because of my Sigmar shields. So reroll my 1. So 2 go through. Are they damage?
Rend 1. See.
What's the damage? 1 or 2?
You
Oh, that's right. Yeah, 3. Yeah, sorry.
It's only damage 1.
Okay, so 3 wounds. So that'll be 1 dead guy.
And then I cause a wound, so I heal the wound as well.
Sweet. Because you eat one of my skulls.
Nom, 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 nom.
So we're going to nominate the, I guess, the prosecutors. They're going to attack you. Okay. 4 attacks, 1 extra one for the champion. 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. And wounding on 3s.
Okay.
That's going to be 3 wounds. No rend. Just 1 damage.
4 up save for chaos.
1 wound. 1 wound for you.
Yeah. Him? I'm thinking him because you're not really gonna attack him anymore, so I might as well get his attacks in now. He's got 3 attacks, 3s and 3s.
1.
He doesn't like to hit things. Come on, buddy. Gotcha.
Gotcha. And then 4s. Nope. Let's take a wound this guy. They'll pile in back. So they get to move 3. 7 attacks at you, hitting on 4s, winning on 3s. They're Warhammers. Take away the 1s, 2s, and 3s. And then winning on 3s. Rerolling 1s. No, I don't reroll 1s. It's my saves. Nothing.
Yeah, he's gonna go. So I actually missed something. He gets +1 attack for each weapon he has, so it's actually 4 each.
Nice.
So that's actually a really nice bonus for that. So the first one's on 3s and 3s.
And 3s.
Yep. Oh.
1.
3 saves.
Good.
It was 3 saves.
Oh, sorry.
Not 3s, yeah.
Nope, it's a dead guy. Second weapon is the whip.
4s. This is the blood whip.
3 hits.
God, 3s is first.
1. 4 plus. Good. All right, and now the whatchamacallits, my Liberators are going to attack. They have 9 attacks because of the prime, hitting on 4s. And they get to reroll because this guy has 5 or more wounds. I don't reroll 1s, I get +1 to hit. So now I hit you on 3s because of Laylo the Tyrant, because you have a characteristic of 5 or more wounds.
Tyrant, just a good guy trying
it's his rules, man. So those all hit. Oh dear. And then 3s to wound my Warhammers.
Oh.
That's gonna be that many wounds. 6 wounds. Couple saves.
Yep. Come on, buddy. Oh,
2 wounds. 3 wounds left.
Average.
So technically this unit is engaged.
Oh, they are, aren't they? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So if you want to pile in, you can.
They get only a 3-inch pile in?
They get a 3-inch pile in, everybody gets
is it
5
all
wounds.
movement?
No, it's 3 inches.
3 inches, okay.
It's you can't move or charge next turn anyway, so you might as well do it now.
Yeah, okay.
Here they come. So you're getting a bucket of dice from some of these guys. Why is that?
Okay, so they have an ability on their war scroll that says if they're within 12 inches of a totem characteristic, which is this guy, they get
So all the models,
1
112 of that guy, yeah.
The unit, yeah.
Is it models or unit?
I think it says unit.
Whole unit,
Just,
that's
just for
awesome.
being within 12. And then he has an ability on his scroll, all units within 18 inches add 1 to their weapon characteristic, which is really cool. So they actually get 3 dice each, which is really nasty.
And they reroll 1s because they're pair weapons.
Yep.
They're hit rolls.
Now they're 4s and 4s, so they're not crazy. So these 3 are going to go into him. They're the ones with Liberators. Yep. 4s.
Rerolling 1s.
Duh.
Because paired weapons. So that's a grand total of 4. And then rolling to wound.
4s.
1. Okay, so 1 wound on the Liberators. Fails, so take a wound. I'll kill him.
And then I got these 5, including the chieftain on your big dude.
Is the chieftain within an inch of me?
I don't know, I try to get his axe.
Chieftain's not quite within an inch.
Alright, so 4.
Okay.
4s and 4s. 3 roll.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And 4s.
1. 3 plus armor on the big boy. Come on, Lord Celestant. He's good. Okay. Battle shock. All units within 24 of them are safe. I did take a casualty on each of these units, however, over here. So on a 5-6, they'll take it. Sorry, on a 6, they'll take a casualty. Nope. And that's a 1. And on a 6, they'll take another casualty. He'll flee. No. The monster obviously can't take casualties until he's dead, so he's effectively immune to battle shock. So are characters. All right, turn 3, big initiative roll. I definitely need this one. Let's see what happens. 2. That's bad. 6. All right, Khorne's going first. Chris is kind of weighing his options here. He has the option to retreat right now if he wants to. But then he's not getting to shoot or charge during the later subsets of the turn. So he could try and preserve these guys and hope that his heroes going in could tank some of my units, or not, up to him. But obviously, if for whatever reason during his phase this monstrosity dies, he's just going to get charged by me later. Hero phase.
Mighty Khorne Lord is going to use his command ability to give himself and the Blood Secretor,
Blood Secretor.
I want to say Secretor. To reroll or add the extra die charges.
Sounds good.
And he's going to give reroll 1s to wound to himself.
Because no one else is within 12.
Yeah.
The Blood Secretor is staying where he is because he's in banner range of pretty much everybody.
And the Khorne
You can plant the banner too if you want to.
Yeah, I guess I could. It doesn't hurt really. Although the only thing it does is make you reroll your wizard tests. So
that's really nice.
So that's really going to be effective.
I have a War Priest. So movement phase now.
The Khorne just moved up here, and everything else is engaged, so I could fall back if I want to, but I'm actually going to keep him in there.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. So now shooting. You can still shoot me with your tacticals.
I'm going to target these guys over here.
Okay, so charging the Retributors.
Yep. Shooting.
2.
Boom, boom, boom.
Forced wounds.
There's nothing.
Mighty Khorne Lord.
Okay. And where is he going to go? I think he's actually going to go in here. He's going to help out his buddy.
Probably makes sense.
Although these guys can pile in, so actually he's going to go over here to divert.
Retributors?
Yeah, why not?
You just roll and then you pick anything in range.
Yeah, that's true. So I'll roll first.
There's no target in this.
So he can go
10 inches.
He's going to go towards them.
Okay. He can even go towards my Lord Celestant if you want.
I'll pick these guys.
Well, if you come within 3, you're now engaged. Remember that.
Oh, that's right.
So
yeah, very cheeky. Let's make sure you're further than 3.
Plan. So if you can pre-measure everything, actually, I think you were still, and I just moved him back for you a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you were still within 3 there.
Okay.
But as long as you tuck him over like so, you're not engaging dangerous chaplain man. It's your turn, so pick a combat.
Picking a combat.
You're thinking about it. There's not a lot of good options here, is there?
They're damage 2, right?
They are damage 2. If they roll 6 to wound you, they're mortal damage 2.
Okay.
Also, this guy's about to die.
They have a rend?
They do with 1. It's a hit roll of 6, turns into 2 automatic mortal wounds here. So yeah, you kind of want to alpha them. Now, on the other hand, you've got all kinds of people about to murder your monster thing.
Yeah.
Having to make a lot of choices now, because if he doesn't go first with him, and I just drop 3 6s here on my to hit roll, this guy just gets deleted.
Why do you have so much thunder in your hammers?
Because Sigmar.
Oh my goodness.
Because Sigmar.
I'm going to go with him first, because I don't want to lose him.
Oh man.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm making a big chance.
Now he's wounded. Does his attacks get worse?
No, he is a monster that doesn't have that.
So he's a monster without a monster table. That's interesting. So he doesn't actually decline as he gets wounded.
So he's got 5 plus 1 for the arrow here, so 6 attacks. 3s and 3s, and he's going to go into these guys.
The Liberators?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
3s. It's twice.
And 3s to wound. There's 3. You roll 1s for any reason?
I do not.
Okay. So I have 4 plus armor, you rend with 1. So 5 pluses. Rerolling 1s. I make them both. And rerolling, nope, I take a wound.
I get to heal a wound.
Well, this has to happen, because I'm about to drop 3 6s. Watch me now. Oh, if you had to do this, you're going to be so
be the best justice? You got no hits.
Would that be the best justice?
Not enough
I'm
thunder.
pretty sure that's not the justice we're looking for.
Not enough thunder.
Not enough thunder. So I have 7 attacks because of my prime. And if I drop 3 6s here, I just delete this Chaos Lord.
Maybe.
And your gamble fails. Let's see what happens. 7 attacks. 3s. 2.
Ooh, that's really
so
good.
there's 4 wounds.
4 mortal wounds.
So that just takes you right down to 2 wounds. And I've still hit you 4 times. So now these wound on 3s. Oh my gosh, these guys are dangerous. There's 2 more saves, man. You got to make one of these. They're rend of 1.
Okay, it is a 4, 3 up equals to a 4 up.
Okay. And they're damage.
Yeah.
You had to make both because they're damage too.
Yeah. Oh, gee. He's a Khorne that makes bad decisions.
So close. All right, so the Khorne Lord's actually going to attack the Liberator to try and... He's already within range, yeah.
So he's going to do his attacks, and he has an Axe of Khorne and the Fleshhound's Blood Dark Claws. So his Axe of Khorne has 3 attacks. He's going to get 1 extra for Mr. Banner Guy.
Blood Scooter.
He does 3s, rend 1, damage D3. So these are nasty.
These are really bad. Now also you have an ability where if you roll something, I just get deleted.
Yeah, so it's on a roll of 5 or more at the end of the combat phase. Every
model
enemy model
wounded.
suffered 1 or more wounds.
Right,
Can
so if
just
I have a
die
wounded
on
guy,
5+.
he'll just die.
So it's really good against heroes and monsters and stuff like that. So 3s. All right.
It's 3 hits.
Yeah. And these wound on 3s.
2. So now it's -1 rend.
-1 rend, yeah.
So I need 5s here to save for my Retributors. Make 1 fail 1, and it's D3.
Yep.
1. So
one,
1
so
wound.
not too
5+, but at 5+, he gets RFP'd.
Yeah.
But this is after all the
So I
attacks.
gotta do my Flesh Hound's Blood Dark Claws. So 4 attacks, 1 extra for the
Put on this
guy
guy
again.
here.
These are 3s and 4s with no rend.
Okay.
3s. 4s. 2.
2. Okay, and there's no rend
There's no
here.
rend on
So
that.
2 4+ saves for the Retributors. Fail 1, so it's going to kill this guy off. All right, with the Khorne Lord now having gone, I think it's time to try and murder this giant thing. So we're going to activate the Liberators. Oh, sorry. Oh, no, the guy's not wounded. He's dead now, so that's not going to remove the Axe-Khorne thing. So the Liberators are going to attack the Korgorath. They have a total of 5 attacks. 2 each, +1 for the Prime. Let's get some big hits here. Hitting on 3s, 4 hits, and then wounding on 3s. That's 3 wounds.
Okay, and there's no rend on these, right?
There is no rend.
4, 5, 6.
Don't pass.
Hey, we love it. These guys are gonna pile in, so
Makes sense.
It's time to bubble wrap this guy. It's Chooch. He's going down.
That's right. Get around him.
Yeah. So pretty much because they're only reach 1, I'm pretty much, if I'm not in base contact,
Yeah,
I'm not
because you're on
attacking
32
you,
mil
so-
basis. You got it.
Yeah, so they're just like this. And
These guys keep dropping
these
here.
guys are gonna come over and do some attacks, hopefully.
All right, so we are fighting. Who do you want to do first? Against my Liberators or against my...
Sure, let's do over here. We got 3 guys,
Sure thing.
yeah, which is 9 attacks. So explained last turn, lots of bonuses. Lovely, lovely. Rerolling 1s, and I need 4s.
5 hits, force to wound.
Yes, sir. 2.
2. All right, so 4 pluses, rerolling 1s. Fail 2, so it's going to kill a guy. There's already a wound on 1. And that was my Prime, because I'm an idiot. I don't know why I would have wounded my Prime. I would never do that. But I did, and then that guy's wounded. So 22 attacks on my Lord Celestants. Rerolling 1.
4s.
You better kill him. He's just going to make him
A
mad.
lot of potatoes.
And rerolling 1s. A couple extra. 1, 2s, and 3s go away.
And we're looking for 4s again. Even the little guys can get it done.
Possibly.
Possibly. All right, that's not bad.
All right, so it's a grand
Let's go
total of
with
7. So 7 saves with 3+ here. Luckily, I am equipped with 7 wounds, so I have to fail all of these.
Oh.
I failed 2, take 2 wounds, I got 5 left. All right, so now it's my choice of who's going to fight, and we're going to do the Lord. He's going to start off with his Dracoth attacks into your unit of Dude Man guys.
Dude, man, guys.
The Marauder equivalents on 3s. There's 1 hit, and now if I get a 6 to wound, it becomes damage D6. And I don't, but it's 1 wound. Make your save.
On the Marauders?
Yep.
The Marauders, I want to call them Marauders. They have no saves, so they just...
Okay. They're rend -1. Attacks from the Lord. These are all going to go into the Korgorath. There's 2 hits.
Okay.
3s to wound. Sorry, 2s to wound. 1 wound.
Okay.
It's rend -1.
Okay, so I need a 5 or 6. I do
Nope.
not make
And it's
it.
damage D3, so on a 5, 6, you're dead. Nope, just 1 wound.
I gained a wound back, so I actually have 4 wounds, so I lose 1 more. Yeah.
All right, so that's everybody I think fighting over here. Now the baby fights.
Now the baby fights, yeah, so we're gonna do the guy who's probably on his last breath over here.
Okay.
So he's got 3 attacks, 3s and 3s. He's looking, oh, he's getting some vengeance.
Get mad. 3s to wound. 2. Okay, so 4+ armor for the Liberators. Rerolling 1s. It's going to kill a guy anyway. Nope, and a guy's going to have a wound on him.
Excellent.
We'll nominate the Celestant to fight back against you. He's the champion, so he has 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. These are in combat. Rerolling my 1s. And then wounding on 3s. Not going to kill you, but it might put a dent. So just 1.
1, 4 up.
Take a wound.
6 wounds, so down 2.
The final model nominates the Bloodstoker.
Very dirty amount of
8
attacks
attacks.
here.
Woo! Got more attacks than my Celestant.
3s and 3s one.
Oh my goodness.
Khorne's vengeance.
He's mad at you.
2 more. Yeah. No rend on
Okay,
these.
so 4+. Down both, I'm dead. 5 attacks then from these Liberators into your Khorne fella. On 4s I hit. There's 3 hits. On 3s I wound my Warhammers. 1 wound.
Okay. And there's no rend on these, correct?
No.
4, 5, 6.
Take some
I fail
wound.
it.
Battle shock test for me here. I am good. 1 wound onto this one, so they will 4. I think they're bravery 4. 5 actually, so they're fine. All right, so now we're moving into my bottom half of turn 4, and I get to use some hero abilities. So first things first, Lord of the Host. Obviously, everybody within 24 of them is going to become unbreakable, and then we're going to try. I could give a healing storm here, but I think I'm going to do a lightning storm. How many wounds does your Lord have left? 2?
Only 2. Yeah, he had some hammer trouble in turn 3.
So I could either, or I can count on my Retributors to kill him, which I think is what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to do a healing storm on my Lord Celestant. He's within 12. On a 3+, he regains D3 wounds. Nope. All right. So now we get to go to the movement phase. So that's just going to be the Lord Retributor. He's going to move up his 4 to here. Everybody else is engaged. So now we're going to do some shooting. This is amazing. I'm going to pick this point right here because it's within 2 of all of your units. And on a 4+, they take D3 mortal wounds from the fire on my Dracoth. So 4+ on your Chaos Lord. Nope. Oh, he lives. 4+ on your big boy. Nope. And on your Marauder, or not your Marauder unit, your Reavers unit, they take D3 mortal wounds. They're going to take 3 casualties this turn. Just eaten by fire.
Yeah.
Charges. We'll do the Lord Relictor. He's got 5 inches. He's just going to go charge over here, so you can engage both these units. So I get to pick the unit attacking first, and I'm obviously going to pick my Relictors and try and murder this Chaos Lord. So with a Prime, I have 5 attacks. I get 1 6 here, I use 5 dice, and I kill him. 3's dead. No, I don't get it, though.
Oh, you got enough hits there.
I did, and then 3's to wound.
Yep.
3 wounds, -1. So you do 4. One of these goes through, you're dead, though, because it's damage 2.
3 4-ups.
3 4-ups. Gonna get them all. Khorne save ya.
For Khorne!
Oh, he makes it. He's called that the upset. All right. Back he goes.
It's time to live on a prayer. Is going to attack your, what's this guy? The
Lord
High
Relictor?
Chaplain. Yeah, Lord Relictor. With his Axe of Khorne.
Makes sense.
Does some serious damage, so 3s and 3s. He's got the extra attack for being within 18.
3s. All right, with 2 hits, we're gonna roll the wounds.
3 or better. 1. So rend 1.
So 5+.
It's on him.
What's on the Relictor?
Yeah.
So 3+ goes to 4+.
Yep.
He's good.
Booyah. And then the Fleshhound attack these guys here.
Okay.
Yeah. So 3
On the Relictors, sorry, the Retributors.
Yep.
So that's gonna be 4 hits.
Yeah, and 4, 5, 6 to wound.
2, 4+. No rend.
Yep.
Make both. So big boy's gonna go. He's gonna make his attacks into your Korgorath. He's got 3, hitting on 3s. Of course. Well, that's bad. And then his mount is gonna attack your little guys, hitting on 3s. 1, wounding on 6s is not, sorry, wounding on 3s isn't meant to be. No.
He doesn't
do
a Blood
anything.
Reaver.
There's your problem. Apparently this guy's not very good.
Alright, we're gonna use
Or
the
rather,
monster.
I can't roll dice.
Monster Man's gonna smash in here.
Liberators, makes sense.
3s and 3s. Lots of hits.
That was a 2 you just picked up.
Oh, did I? Sorry.
It's okay. And 2. So rend 1.
Rend 1.
So 5s, rerolling 1s. Nope, take a wound. All right here.
Yeah.
And it's over to me again. The Lord Relictor is going to attack your Chaos Lord. All right, we're going to swing into the Khorne Lord. 4 attacks, 3s and 3s, Lord Relictor. All hit. All wound, he's mad. He's mad, rend 1.
Is it rend 1?
Yeah,
There we go again.
pass 3 of these.
Damage 2?
No, it's damage 1. So you have to pass at least 3 of these to live. 3 4+.
For Khorne!
Dead.
Oh my god, he died so many times.
Axe in the face. I guess maybe hammer in the face. The Blood Reaver's activating now.
Yeah, and they're gonna get some more pylons because they can. Why not?
You can just shift, you know what we can just do? So this will be easier than moving everybody. We just move this guy to here.
Exactly, yeah.
And that way they will have just done the conga line around.
And I can get some of these guys in there, so I'll just do this. Is that okay?
That's fine by me.
Okay. Just to
They're
split
all
things up a
equipped the
little bit
same.
here.
They're not the command models.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll just put him here as well. So. Oh, sure.
And then just move him in the middle. There you go. You maintain coherency that way. Because remember,
these
these guys
gotta-
will have to
these gotta
dink
stay.
around.
Yeah, okay.
You're okay because you've gone through the
Alright,
middle now
sure,
because this
sure,
guy's
sure,
not
sure.
connecting the unit.
Sure.
Throwing many attacks.
Yeah, we're
You've
gonna go.
got-
We got 6 here.
Okay. That looks like the champion. No, it's not the champion. It's just 2 guys.
No, just 2 dudes. They're
so
the automatic champions.
4s and 4s. They are some of the nicest chaos miniatures.
They're really gorgeous, yeah. And
2. So 4+.
Yep.
Make 1, so take a wound. Put a wound on not the champion.
And we got another 6 coming to your buddy over here. 4s. We got to roll some 1s this time.
That's right. Paired weapons.
And 4 hits.
4s to wound.
4, 5, 6. 1.
So 1 wound, 1 3+ save on the Lord
sir.
Relictor. No, he takes a wound. It's 4 wounds remaining on him.
Alright.
And then now we've got everybody. Well, you got 1 guy you can
3
fight.
here, yep. Everybody's
Everybody's
on
going to
me.
dance on me.
4s and 4s.
Nothing. And then on my Lord Raptor, or sorry, my Lord Celestants.
7, 8.
So 24, 25 from your champion. 25 dice.
4s, ruling 1s.
And the ones get rerolled. There's one more right there.
One more. 4s. Ooh.
Just taking away hits is probably easier here.
Okay.
Because you didn't do great. Sigmar.
I feel like a winner. Taking away all my hits that are many.
Forced to wound.
Alright.
Oh dear. This could kill him. 5 wounds.
Technically, yeah.
Technically, you could kill me here. So 3+ saves.
Yeah.
I'm going to take one more wound.
You just
4 wounds on the Lord character. So now my Liberator.
You did a wound to one of your guys, right?
You
gains a wound
did, yes. So you're back to 4. So my single Liberator is going to attack your unit of Blood Reavers, hitting on 4s. Nope, already here. I probably should have gone already.
Should have probably got this guy.
Yeah, that would have been,
keeps on.
been a better idea.
3s.
He's going to attack me twice
3s.
now. Force to wound. Was that 1?
1, yeah.
I got you now. That's 5 attacks, hitting on 4s. Sigmar Warhammers, wounding on 3s. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3 wounds. You have to pass them all. Force. Nope. They get your attack back.
So the one I make,
you get your 6, you do a mortal wound.
Yeah.
You do, so that's going to kill a guy.
And he gets to attack again.
He sure does before he goes out. 2 hits.
Force.
2 wounds. Could just kill me.
Wow.
Force. Oh, reroll my 1s. Sigmar War Shield. Take a wound.
So close. So much vengeance.
I like how this has literally gone down to like the very end. Like my prime and your Bloodstoker just facing down. Battle Shock. I'm not making any over here. I am going to have to make one over here, which I pass, thankfully, by barely. Now you've got Blood Reavers are immune from Inspiring Presence.
They are
no, they're
not.
How many counters?
I actually, you didn't kill any. The only ones you killed were the Fiery Roar this turn.
You still take that. It actually doesn't matter when they were slain. It's all the time. So I killed 3.
Yep. Roll dice.
So 5.
Bravery 5. I think they're Bravery 5.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
We're at the top of 5. Actually, you're -1 bravery. Because I'm within 3.
Yeah, sure.
You'll take a casualty. Yep. So we both really need initiative here. Let's see who goes first.
Yes, sir.
Big dice, Sigmar. Come on! Down! We go again. Come on, Sigmar. For Sigmar! Yes! Oh! Last time. Last one. Give me a 6. No!
Justice!
Again!
Oh my god!
All right, new dice, new dice. I'm getting rid of this dice. This is terrible. One more time, one more time. Oh, stop rolling 1s. Khorne gets to go first. We actually missed something here. When your Khorne Lord died, you would have
Sorry, one extra
wounds.
attack.
One extra attack. You would have got extra attacks. So let's resolve that right now.
Okay.
Just count the models and do it so we can reset.
So it would have been 8 extra.
8 extra, so 8 extra on my Lord Celestian.
Yeah.
And it'll be
4,
2 and 3.
rerolling 1s, same abilities as
Paired
normal.
weapons, that's right.
It's not too great. 1.
3+. You're good. And then you get 2 on them and 2 on the
So 2 on these guys.
4s and 4s. Nope.
And 2 on him.
Raptor. 1. Could be relevant.
Nothing. And did these guys go after as well?
There's a range for it?
It's just battlefield.
Yep, then yes, then you would have gotten extra with the Khorne Lord.
So 1 extra attack over here.
Yep. 3s hits, 4s.
No, and an extra attack when he died as well. Hits.
And wounds.
Kill him.
Take a wound. Actually, we did at the end of the turn.
Yay.
Save sword, and now yes, you are going first.
I have a movement phase.
You do.
I can do my hero abilities
That's
first.
probably important as well. So the Bloodstoker moving 6.
He's gonna run, sorry.
Hero phase not happening. He's too far away.
That's a nice run.
And I'm obviously negating my wizards won't really do much for him, so he's just going to hide in the building.
And he's going to actually move 1 inch and then 3 himself there, and maybe he might be able to charge this turn. Why not?
Some tentacles. Who do you want tentacles?
Let's tentacle these guys.
Okay, and these?
Yeah.
And it's hitting on 4s, 3s and 4s. They all hit, and then 4s to wound. Bone tentacles. Whoa.
And these are
Rend
0.
Okay, so 4+.
Yeah. Kill a guy.
Oh, you do. And he has 1 wound left. The prime is alive with 1 wound. Charging. You got 1 here.
The charge,
What's the range?
Far.
8. Over 8.
9. It's a 9.
Okay.
Oh, I guess 8 to the banner.
It's 8
I guess.
to the banner,
Yeah. 8.
Nope. Pick a combat you want to go first.
Oh, I think we're gonna have to rock the Blood Reavers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really have a choice here.
Yeah.
We're just gonna start pushing some power in here. All right. Let's do some pylons.
Does anyone even need to pile on? I think it's just these two.
I think it's a couple of guys
Actually,
here.
he needs to maintain range. So does he even get to pile in? Actually, you can go like this.
Guy, yeah.
You can go like there and still link them, and then he
push him through here, yeah, and then he can at least fight.
And he can go around.
I think I'm gonna put him here. I'd rather have him there. But these guys gotta maintain coherency, right?
Yeah, that's why I was using him as your.
Okay, so they're there, and then he can go here. Yeah.
It's gonna be 3 attacks per guy.
So let's do 9 here.
Okay, 9 Lord Relictor. 4 wounds left. Dropping rocks on that roll to hit, and then
and let's punish him.
Forced wounds.
Not so much.
2 3+ saves.
Bring it down.
Makes them both.
Alright, this guy.
9 into the one Relictor. Just need 1 here. 4s and 4s.
Rerolling 1s.
It's nice.
Yeah. Ooh, beautiful.
So 7 hits. And forced to wound again. 2. 4+. Make them both. Ah, and then
just
get the
barely
Relictor. He's the Relictor. And then you got a lot.
Same amount as before, right?
Yeah, it's 25. 25 times 4.
Don't tell me the odds.
Never tell me the odds. Rerolling 1s. 2 more, 3 more actually.
Ooh.
And then 4s. Taken away. That's pretty good.
That was good.
Again, picking up hits probably easier here though. And then forced wounds.
Lots of wounds. Oh dear God.
5, 4. Exactly what I said. The odds.
Things aren't adding up.
The odds. 3 is the save. If I fail all these, I'm dead. Now make them all.
Stop saying that.
Sorry. 1 banner bearer into my Liberator here.
3 attacks. 4s. Nothing.
This is 2. Reroll not hitting either. All right, so now I get to pick a guy to go.
Yar.
I think we're going to do the Lord Relictor, and he's going to swing low Sweet Chariot into your unit of guys. So 3s to hit the Blood Reavers, and then 2s to wound. 2 wounds. They have no saves, so it just turns into D3 wounds.
Yep.
So I eat 2 guys. That was great.
Any 2 guys?
Any 2 guys, that's right. And then the Dracoth, he's going to attack 3 attacks on 3s. There we go. Now I need these 6s for my wounds, because I could just delete this unit. 6s to wound. Nothing. 2 wounds. Actually, not even wounds. Nothing. I need no wounds.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Go next. You've got the Korgoth.
I've just got the Monster Man left.
That's right. You can fight my Lord, or you can fight that one Liberator right there.
Yeah, he's 3s and 3s, so I'll go for your...
Or you can pile in towards my Relictor.
Yeah. I'll go for the Lord.
Okay.
I think if he dies, I'm in good shape, so...
Sounds good. 3s and 3s. And then 3s to wounds.
3s to wounds. And he's rend 1, which is nice.
Woo! 5.
Wow.
5 4+ saves here. You need to make you need to make at least 2 of these. Oh my God! I'm dead. That was not good. That's a wound back. Okay. Well, so that happened. That was unlikely. So I guess I'll nominate my Relictor, and he's going to attack your unit. He's got 4 attacks, 3s and 3s. Hits with 3.
He just finished killing a Khorne Lord, so he's all
He did. He's kind of excited. I killed 1.
1. Yep. Any guy can die. So.
And the Liberator's also going to attack that unit. Hits once.
3.
Wounds once. Kills another one. Battle shock.
Yeah. So you're 4 models that turn.
+1 bravery for your banner, -1 for the thing.
Yep. So 5. So I need a 1 to lose none.
Nope. So lose 1.
1. Yeah.
All right. Well, things aren't looking very good for Skeeter here. Let's just say. I gotta try. If these 2 models don't kill this unit this turn, I lose. So during the hero phase, we're just gonna go gung ho, lightning storm onto this unit on a 3+. They take D3 mortal wounds. 2. So I managed to kill 2 right now with the lightning storm. Oh man.
I can break coherency so long as I move back. Yeah.
But you can't move in the movement phase. You'd have to pile in.
Yeah, I'm gonna pile in the combat phase anyways. So,
so then we're gonna go right to shooting. I have no shooting. Combat. Combat phase. We will just start swinging with Lord Relictor. He's got 4 attacks. Yeah, we're just gonna swing into your unit. 3s. He's mad. And 3s. Ooh. 3 dead.
Yeah, that's pretty huge. I think I'm gonna lose the Hornblower at this point. And I don't want to lose the champion, so I'll take him off.
Khorne or the Reavers? Who's going? You gotta try and stop this guy.
He's already attacked.
No,
no.
That
So
was
I'm
just
gonna,
the round.
so I'm gonna attack with my Khorgoth.
Okay.
He's got the better chance.
He's after me.
6 attacks.
3s and 3s.
3s and 3s.
Ugh.
Yummy.
Ugh.
4.
Okay.
-1.
5+. And nothing. So he's super dead.
Yeah.
Not units deleted.
Heal another wound.
So it's all down to this battle shock test. He has +1 courage and -1 courage. And I am basically causing 5 casualties this turn. So if he rolls a 5 or 6 right now, this unit gets deleted and a Lord Relictor wins the game by himself. This is it. Battle shock, baby. Battle shock. Battle shock.
For Khorne! Hey, I'm barely alive. This is a couple guys. Initiative test. There's 3. 3 guys, yeah. So I'm actually going to root these guys.
All right, Lord Relictor, you can do this, buddy. You just got to kill 2 models.
This is a huge initiative.
This is it. This is for all the marbles. Let's do it. Bam! 4. Oh! Going first. Woo. Hero phase, lightning storm. Come on, buddy, lightning storm. 3+. Nope, fails.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Movement.
Yep.
I can't come within 3, sorry, and then just charge.
Yeah.
On a 1 or 2 I fail. I don't. And I go.
Okay.
Kill anybody?
I was gonna say be gentle, but
not gonna happen. Unless I flub the way my Lord Celestants flub. 3s.
Really hard right now.
Oh man.
What's he on? 3s?
3s.
What the deuce?
One lives. One lives. One lives. Now, no matter if you kill me or not, you're making this battle shock test.
It's just a model, so it's not too bad. I'm actually gonna remove this guy, so I'm not within 3 of the.
It's me. Oh no, you're right. Yeah. You're not melee.
Just cancel out. Yeah.
Korgot's gonna go.
Yeah, he gets to pile in.
So 3s to hit and 3s to wound.
He's been enjoying some success lately.
Not now. He's tired. The old man's gonna get him.
1.
-1.
-1.
So 4+.
Yeah.
I'm good.
You're good.
Again, on a 5+, I win the game. If you roll a 5+ in your battle test here, because it's +1, you lose the chieftain and the game's over.
Sudden death is so stressful.
Dude! Oh, and he lives just 5. Run, little piggy, run.
Alrighty.
Now the smart thing to do literally is just to run away from me.
Which I will be doing.
Which of course you'll be doing, yes.
So we're gonna try to wipe him out here. We're gonna do our command ability here. I think we give him the extra reroll to wound.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Move him 6.
Oh man, run, little piggy, run. Oh yeah, baby. Move 4.
He's gonna run like the wind.
Run 6.
Eagle.
He's gonna run as well.
Oh, I think you might
5
be
more.
okay.
Well, no, because I get to wrap around my pylon. Kill me. So shooting phase. You can shoot me with blood tentacles.
3s and 4s.
1.
2. 3s.
2. Sorry, yeah.
4s.
1. Rend 1.
No rend on these.
No rend. Okay, just 3+.
Yeah.
I'm good.
This guy's a god.
Better than Lord Celestin, apparently.
All right, let's check what we need here. This
Come on, Lord Relictor, you can do
5,
this, buddy.
5, and this guy needs a
10.
10. Okay, so this guy actually only needs a 2 because he has +3 right now. So this guy is good. This guy needs a 10. Come on, buddy.
No, not quite.
Not enough mana. Punch.
I need to go first with somebody who's going first.
This guy's gonna go first. He's gonna pile in.
Oh, look at you.
Cheeky. Oh, sorry.
Remember, any part of your model moves more than 3. And spinning is a lot of movement.
See, that's enough?
That's
for
fine.
3? That's
yeah, sure. Block me in. I understand. I see what you're doing. 6 attacks. 3s and 3s.
And oh dear lord.
I like
He's
it.
very tired from all the fighting. 2. -1.
4+. Make wounds. So I got 3 left. I got 7 wounds. I'm gonna swing into your banner die.
How
His
dare
wooden
you.
die. How many wounds does he have? Does he have 5?
He has 5 with
No,
a
so I
3+
can't-
save.
So I can't kill him. I'm actually gonna kill the
Put your attacks here because it's easier to get points probably.
blood man. Yeah. 3s and 3s. 1. Doesn't. Derp derp. I'm just gonna pile like this. I'm not gonna be able to make it my hero face.
Yeah, that's fine.
You
You
pile.
roll 1s to wound.
Okay.
Because of his ability he gave him.
You would follow me after I pile.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. 2. And these are 3s again?
You got it. Nope. 1 in the reroll.
Still nothing.
Initiative.
Turn 6 initiative.
Let's do it. Bam!
Oh, yeah!
Khorne goes first. Running like a chicken.
Alright, we're gonna give the big monster the reroll ones.
Makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
And movement. Shooting phase.
3s to hit and 4s to wound. Get him good.
1.
No rend.
No rend. Okay. Here comes the Bloodstoker.
Here comes.
He needs
Here comes.
6.
I
That'll be
don't
good.
think that's enough
Oh
actually.
yeah, no, it's good. You have half an inch.
Oh, half an inch.
It's
Yeah,
from anywhere in your model.
Okay.
So you're there. You're good. Last stand. Kagarath going first.
6 attacks.
Now, is it casualties you get wounds back or wounds? I haven't actually gotten all those wounds back. It's when you kill a guy. So
Yeah.
we'll have to keep better track of that in later games because I thought it was casualties.
Not bad,
Wounds.
yeah.
That's okay. You have 1 less then for the wound you
yeah,
just
for
caused
sure.
on him.
3s.
And then
Threes again with a -1.
3.
Oh, no rerolls, yeah.
So 5s. Make 1, got 1 left.
Yeah.
Bloop. Whoops. So I get to fight back. I'm going to attack your Bloodstoker because you only got 2 wounds left, which we left behind as he ran over here.
Conveniently.
So 3s and 3s. There's 3. And then 3s. Rend -1.
Rend -1, so 5+.
Gotta make them both. Or make 1. Oh, you're fine, apparently.
Love it.
Sham.
All right, we got 4 attacks from the whip. The whip, 3s and 3s. 2, no rend.
Okay, 3+. Nope, I'm good.
And the other one was 3s and 4s.
Whoa!
Oh, nothing.
Oh man, well you get to finish your turn. I'm all activated.
So I got Mr. Ensorcelled Weapon. See if the Blood Secretor can finish you off here. 3s and 3s. Oh, jeez. And 3s. Need one of these.
No.
Oh.
Wow, they forgot to pile around this because I could have totally killed this guy. Maybe. Instead, I'm going to try and Lightning Storm your Bloodstoker. 3+. I do. D3 mortal wounds. 3+. Nope, just takes 1. Then we're going to go right to combat because I have no shooting. And I will swing into your Bloodstoker on 3s. And then 3s again. 2 at -1. So 5s. Do it again. Nope, dead. Everybody gets +1 attack because Khorne cares not for my blood flows.
That's right.
Pound again.
Big monster, 7 attacks, 3s to hit. And 3s to cause damage.
Uh-oh. 4 at -1.
Yeah.
End of the game. Only 3 models left on the Chaos side, and my poor Lord Relic are finally biting the dust. Okay, so there you go. End of the line victory for Chaos. The single Blood Reaver running away, making his escape. I missed him with the lightning at the very end. Missed him with the battle shock. So close,
just squeak my way.
Nail-bitingly close. Yeah. My Lord Celestant getting murdered.
2 bravery tests in a row I passed. Yeah, it was pretty tight.
Oh, so close. So let's look at our experimental data here. So the goal of this whole experiment was play the game just with the models in the box, play a mission. The assumption we're making is that these are balanced forces, and this box set is giving us a sneak peek into the game we haven't seen yet. So that 296-page rulebook, all of the stuff we know that's coming, so the sort of battle, the missions, the things that will happen in the future that will hopefully let us recreate a battle that was this close, that was anybody's game, and that interesting. So by playing the Stormcast Eternals in this mission, what did I learn about this game? Not the game I tried to play last time I played a game, but this game. One, the layering and order of operations of your characters is huge. Yeah. And the same in combat. So having my Lord Celestant being able to put his 24-inch, basically fearless out, Lord of the Host, that was incredibly useful because I actually lost, I think, at least 1 or maybe 2 models on the flanking units because of battle shock
Which
tests.
I think is even more punishing for your army since your guys have extra wounds, so you're losing whole models.
Exactly. So I'm outnumbered almost 2 to 1 here, and that's taking away whole double ups of wounds. Again, it was hugely important that I kill his Chaos Lord because once he was in combat, he didn't need his ability to make guys charge further, and he could start handing that inspiring presence to the unit that I knew I was going to have to kill through battle shock. It was too many guys. It was 20 guys. All I needed was 1 good turn, stacking up wounds, which my Lord Celestant could not do apparently, even though I tried, and I could have wiped that unit off with battle shock once the Lord was dead. Other things I learned is that if you are going to initiate combat and charges, you have to know what order you're going to resolve those in that's safe for you, and jump back and forth. So having that, he took a gamble. Having that, I think it was the Khorne went first after your Cast Lord.
Yeah, so I charged my Khorne Lord in, and I thought, okay, I might lose my monster if I don't go with him first. Yeah. So I'll take a gamble here and attack with him first. But then
the Retributors just almost aced him in 1. If I had 1 more 6, he'd have been dead. And actually, if he just failed 1 save, he would have been dead.
Yeah.
So that was an enormous potential upset right there, because that again frees up battle shock tests onto that unit of Blood Reavers. So what I've learned about this game is piece trading is really important, and you have to know what your opponent's pieces do. Yeah. So in a mission where I've chosen something like Blunt as my sudden death objective, knowing which of his characters are my priorities for things like my storm calling on my Lord Relictor, who am I going to start zapping with lightning, try and put casualties on, knowing that my shooting attacks are actually counted towards battle shock at the end of the turn.
Yeah,
so where are my whatchamacallums, my flying guys? Where are they putting their like hammer strikes within 18 inches every turn, just to add that extra casualty to the battle shock test at the end of the round. That order of operation stuff, hugely important. And then who am I healing back? So it seemed like target priority is really important, understanding the synergies in his units, because man, even the most like plebeian model he had, his Blood Reavers, were absolutely terrifying when he started stacking all of those buffs on top of them.
And you don't get that feeling when you look at the war scroll right off the bat, because they have one attack. And how many did I get up to?
4s and 4s, 80. He had 80 attacks.
I think I had 4 per model at one point with all the stacks.
It's crazy. Yeah. So what this felt like to me was like playing with those pre-constructed decks in Magic.
Yeah.
I learned a little bit about how I think this game is going to evolve into the new game with the new armies that are going to come out, and the way that your force building kind of is about augmenting your troops, about having model placement. Again, do that same thing. I got to divide the battle in half in my army, but in doing so, I put 2 units away from a very key ability, which was Lord of the Host, which made them susceptible to battle shock, basically, which made them far more flimsy. A 3-man unit against a 5-man unit that doubles its attacks when it dies was really, really dangerous and ended up costing me. And even his Bloodstoker one-on-one, I couldn't take. Like, there was no way my winged guys, whose names are completely eluding me right now, could actually like fight him one-on-one. So that's what I thought about this game. Was I think I got a glimpse into the game that we might be playing 6 months from now. Once we're a few more releases in. Now we've seen the White Dwarf. Other things that I'm excited about that I know are coming is weapon options and upgrades for my Liberators, a foot-mounted Lord Celestant. So Lord Celestant with some other options, but he's not on a big monster.
Probably have a different command ability too, which is a big deal. Like having those choices when you.
And think about it too. If there was that email that went out from trade sales to trade accounts recently about some basic army construction suggestions. If that Lord is a monster hero, and I am restricted to some kind of hero and monster choices, he's eating 2 of those selections, right? So all of a sudden I can't, taking the guy on foot makes sense. Like, well, why would you ever take that guy on foot? If he's freeing me up to take a separate unit, it's also a monster, and that's a big deal all of a sudden. So understanding the keywords a little bit more, understanding the interactions between models, seeing how my Stormstrike Brotherhood allowed me to basically pick the axis of where the game was taking place and divide your army in 2. When it's an army like his, where models are passing abilities onto each other, that seemed really key at the outset, and it actually ended up being really key because...
Yeah, I mean, like the fact that you could have heroes that don't engage in the battle whatsoever, other than just stacking that ability from a central point. Like I had my
pulled away.
Bloodsecrator just chill in the middle of the board, and he literally just so much value adding 1 attack to every model in the entire battle, right?
And not getting into combat on purpose, completely intentionally not getting into combat. So that was me. So that was what I thought about my experience playing with the Stormcast Eternal. So what did you feel about playing the Khorne army?
I think the biggest thing, the thing I touched on there is the sheer amount of options with the models. So my hero models having the bonuses that also stacked on multiple units. So for example, the Bloodsecrator, he could add attacks to different units, but also the Blood Reavers, I'm just trying to remember the names, have an actual ability that triggers off of a totem as well. So like all these keywords start mattering as you're going through the game, and you might not feel like, positioning might not matter, but really when you're talking about 18 inches here and there, if I start to push that hero model into an engagement on this side of the board, which he's trying to pull me towards, I might lose some abilities on this side, and that kind of might start to shift in a different way.
I almost feel like this game needs some writable tokens. Hey, token companies, start making some writable tokens for this. Yeah, get out there. All you people that laser cut acrylic and MDF and stuff like that, make me some tokens, because this game.
Just say Khorne on them.
I need to be able to visualize that. You know what I mean? Like I need to be able to visualize that bubble. And
it's
how
a bit like
how
playing
it goes
some other games where there's a lot of little abilities that you don't want to forget because they're so key. Much like the Gore-Tide one that you reminded me of, where
we forgot that.
I lose a unit, or he loses a unit, and everyone in the formation gets an extra attack. That's huge.
And we've completely forgot about it.
That's very game shifting.
Yeah, absolutely. So. +1 attack. Even on those Blood Reavers with the rerolling prepared weapons, like that is a huge ability. And I think that's the thing as I play this more, I'll start to be able to visualize is that interlocking rings of buffs and debuffs and all that stuff.
For sure.
Even for terrain.
Yeah.
I would love markers so that I could actually see like this piece of terrain is -1 bravery within.
I think we just
like
barely scratched the surface of terrain. I mean, there was some really interesting ones in the middle. That the battle kind of shaped around the fear one, which did trigger into making some scary bravery checks.
That's right. Some battle check tests.
So it did factor in the game, but there's obviously some really cool ones that can add some combat.
Yeah, we didn't end up sacrificing. Like I couldn't sacrifice any model.
I didn't really want to because every model I lose, I'm closer to sudden death.
And my units are so small. Taking D3 mortal wounds on my units is terrifying because like maybe I take 1 wound, maybe I lose a whole guy.
Yeah.
And on a 3-man unit, I'm not risking that.
I think for me, one of the coolest things that I saw in the game that I wasn't expecting, that just from playing with these models, was the way that charges and the movement really made you think a lot more than I came into thinking. Right off the bat, Ash really tricked me. I never thought about how if I charged one of his units, that a unit that wasn't actually charged could pile in. And this really got me thinking about how setting up your battle line is really important.
Yeah.
How you position your models. Like for anyone who's worried that that's not a part of it, it's a huge part of the game. Later in the game when I was charging my Chaos Lord in, I wanted to make sure that his character couldn't pile in against me. So angling it in a certain way so I could attack, but he couldn't pile in. So you can really manipulate. I can see that how it's really going to shape up.
Even casualty removal at the end of your opponent's turn, where you might get to go again. You did that for your totem, so he wasn't locked. You pulled off the guys that was within 3 of me.
Your wounds,
You assign your wounds, and now you're able to actually run away with that standard bear, or that was the champion or standard bear?
It was the champion.
The champion. He got to get away, and that changed the game. Like just being able to tactically remove the right models meant that he could run away and not remove my sudden death option. So I think that's a really valid point. Is that while it might seem like getting locked in combat, I think we made that mistake in the first game I played, getting locked in combat and just bogging down. There's a lot of options. You can always pile in. You can move around. So you can actually, like, you watched his unit of Blood Reavers envelop my entire battle line. And by the end of it, there was just this like infinity symbol of guys fighting everybody, throwing a million dice at me, which was really fluid.
I think I really love the initiative roll too, because I think it gives you, because you know it's part of the game, it gives you an opportunity. So if I'm first in the turn, I win the initiative. I don't necessarily want to throw things out, because if I lose the next turn's initiative, he potentially has 2 turns of combat against me, and that could go badly for me. Whereas if I go second and I've lost the initiative roll, you can take a bit of a gamble and try to do things that you normally wouldn't be able to do.
Absolutely.
Which is really cool.
And we've already seen some of the battle scrolls for existing old Warhammer armies. I'm going to call them old world armies, the old world armies, the world was armies. That you've seen that there's some things that actually alter and affect that initiative roll, so that ties go to that person. Like just some basic abilities that can make that interaction less of a gamble even for you, right? It hedges the initiative roll your way. So there it is. I think the thing I would ask, and if anybody knows me and knows my sort of philosophy towards gaming, it's that I love learning new games. And I think that the advantage that I have is I also play tons of games that are already out of production. So if you watch my channel, you've seen that I play all kinds of specialist games, and that I don't just stop playing a game because it's no longer current. I will keep my models, I'll keep playing the game. So I came into trying Age of Sigmar looking at it as if it was a completely new game, and it was completely unrelated to the Warhammer Fantasy Battle that I played before. And I think that I'm not saying that everyone should do that or even can do that. Like it's when an edition change like this happens, if you go into it expecting one thing and you get something else, you could have an emotional reaction towards that. But my recommendation is that you at least try playing the game with the new models, the new way of playing it, because from what I've seen so far and what we've seen get released, this is not Warhammer.
It's not the same.
No, it's not even remotely the same game. And I think if you try and play it like it's Warhammer, Fantasy Battle, the game of Fantasy Battles, a rank and combat game, you're going to be disappointed because you're trying to put a square peg into a round hole.
Absolutely.
Whereas if you just come at it fresh and pretend you don't know anything about these miniature games and just give it a go, you might be surprised. So I'm not saying you will be. I certainly was surprised. I'm really excited to see what other units come out for the 2 armies that we're building, because that's more buffs and options. Like right now I have a Stormstrike Brotherhood, And I know what that does, and it's fairly limited, but there's a wave of Eternal models coming in. There's a wave of Khorne models coming in. Actually, what's cool about the Khorne army is there's tons of existing Khorne models too.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, just looking at the stuff that came out in the end times,
the Wrathmongers.
It almost looks like this was coming, you know, like it was.
Of course it was.
As if they knew they were releasing this in the future.
Of course they did.
Like the Wrathmongers and
the Plague Kings.
I think I'm definitely have to do some of them.
Yeah, well, when I get to my other half of the starter and I do my Khorne army, I have some Wrathmongers I'm going to paint.
Yeah, awesome.
I have some, I think a Shrine, Chaos War Shrine is definitely on my list of things I'm going to look at, because that's stuff that I feel like is probably still going to get rolled into the new edition. You're going to see it probably in whatever scrolls start coming out that are slightly different from the scrolls we've already seen. So there's a Khorne version of the Shrine. There's a Khorne version of the Chariots. There's a Khorne version of whatever, and it's themed to that scroll. But yeah, no, and there's more Eternal stuff coming too, and plus we have this book next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was the server again, us. We cracked the box open as early as we could. We got them painted, and we wanted to get you this for launch day. So if you guys are, seeing people ask questions about the new Age of Sigmar box, please share this video to them. Show them the sort of the rundown. This should give anybody who wants to check out the box an overview. We tried to be as even-heeled as possible in our sort of take on it. We just tried to forget everything we know about Warhammer. This is coming from two guys that have played Warhammer for a lot of years.
How many
Warhammer armies do you own?
Close to 20. Now?
Yeah.
I've probably painted double digits over the years.
Yeah,
like
I certainly have as well.
Yeah,
and also, this is the guy that ran the biggest 8.5 edition Warhammer tournament in the GTA. So he's been running the Lords of War tournament for how many years?
It's been only a year and a half. But we've done 3 big events.
3 big events.
So they've all been fantasy.
So it's not like we don't have a big investment in playing 8.5 edition, and it's not like we're not going to ever play that game again either. Like I'm not going to get rid of my armies. I'll keep playing that game, but I'm excited to try a new game too. So I hope this was fairly even-keeled. We just tried to give you sort of, a scientific method-based look at the game and how it works. And we hope you enjoy it and share the video. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you for more of this Realms of Conflict Age of Sigmar series. And until then, happy wargaming.
Take care, guys.